So welcome back to another episode of our podcast, Put It by the Wall, the number one podcast
that you've never heard of.
Nowhere in the world. Yes. So today we want to dive a bit into confidence and navigating through life's uncertainties. Look here, by the way, that's take number 7 right now, no? But it's fine. You'll see the bloopers afterwards. Laurent?
My brother?
How are you doing?
Very well, and yourself? It's been a good week for me. I will say that.
Good. I'm healing from a cracked rib, but I'm having a bit of trouble sleeping. But otherwise, it's okay. Like if I'm just sitting and I'm cool,
because your body is upright, man. Now, once you're laying, you move around and all.
But otherwise, I'm feeling okay.
Okay, there we go.
My mind is in a good space. I'm just sad about one thing though, and that is I'm not able to exercise. It's been like what? Because I'm supposed to not work out and
for like
do
6 weeks or something, no?
Any heavy activity for 6 weeks.
It's been like 1 week now.
It's been 1 week.
And you're already having withdrawal symptoms. That's a good thing.
But I'm eating now, man. You know, like I'm eating now. I'm reverting back to factory settings. Yes,
there we go.
My wife says she doesn't mind. So, don't vice.
There we go. Amen, my brother. As long as your much is happening.
Here we go.
In certain cases. Let's put it like that. In certain cases. Because the mochi might be happy from something else.
Let's not go down that road.
Okay, let's go. Yeah.
So yeah, confidence. What would you say? What is confidence?
For me, it's being assured in who you are, what you're doing, and what your mission is. So no matter what outside, there's always going to be outside forces trying to break in, or the curves in the road, the rock falls, the mudslides.
Yes.
As long as you know, look, that's my goal, and we continue with you take all those challenges with you. So whatever happens, it's not detrimental. It's only a setback. So we adjust, we adapt, and we move on.
I like to say, speed bumps, not roadblocks. Speed bumps, not roadblocks. And then also, yeah, so confidence, a belief in oneself.
100%.
Or in a certain situation. And we don't actually even need to go into why it's an important thing. I don't think we even need to touch on that.
It should be an inherent trait.
Can I ask you this question? Do you think someone is born confident?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I wasn't born confident. I can tell you that much. I've been confident around the people I know, but if I go into new places, I can promise you, I in younger years, in earlier years, I have not been. I've come in and then just sat there quietly, just listening to what people are saying, just sitting there, not giving any input. But now that I'm on this, so for the last 6-7 years, my confidence has been sky. No matter, even in failure, even when I failed, then I'm the most confident.
Yes.
Because I know, I did exactly what I needed to do. I failed here, but I failed the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fail forward type of
fail forward type of thing. Yeah.
So I think that's an important thing, and speak about wherever you go. A big part of confidence and importance in confidence is body language.
100%.
Body language is very important.
If we were sitting like this, now we're talking about confidence, man. Okay. What is your thoughts?
I don't make no sense.
sense. Exactly.
You're saying one thing and your body showing a different thing.
100%.
So, back in the day, you know, I also struggled with self-confidence. Also, like you said, coming to new places and that kind of thing.
It's difficult.
I am a naturally a talkative person, right?
Okay.
But coming into a new environment, like you are kind of taken back a bit.
There's a bit of anxiety.
And I would also say that you need to I don't want to say pick your battles. I'm not sure if that's the right statement, but you kind of need to
Read the room.
read the room and adjust the confidence level accordingly.
That's where
because
self-awareness come in.
100. Because you coming into a room for an interview, and you speaking to a girl, the confidence is a little bit different.
You must temper it a little bit. Yeah. You can't have that somebody immediate chest out and you flirty touch it. You're not gonna get the job because how are you gonna? Okay, let's not touch on that. Let's move on. Let's move on. My mind went on a different trajectory now. Okay.
It's confidence nonetheless. And also a big thing with where confidence and stuff is concerned, I think where the podcast is concerned, I keep on coming back. In every podcast I come back to the podcast. but not just podcast, let's say social media in general. You kind of need this thick skin and this confidence within yourself, like deep-rooted self-confidence, that people is gonna talk and people is gonna say whatever.
Many people are gonna call you delusional.
We actually had a conversation this afternoon. Pardon me. We had a conversation this afternoon, and I said to him, like, out of everybody, I think we are probably the two most delusional people that I know. The stuff that we want to do and the things that we speak about that we want to achieve, it's unheard of.
Yet, the building blocks is being built now, my brother. I can put up. Like I said, I've had a good week.
Yes.
So I've started to build my network.
Yes.
Tomorrow I have another meeting with a big person in the government.
Okay.
With youth development, which is
nice.
now my specialty.
And
I'm gonna wine and dine this gun. We're gonna go to a nice coffee, and have a nice formal meeting.
I love the watchers meeting. This podcast, and they're like,
they can watch it because they know what they're getting. I'm like this on the outside as well. When I meet people, I speak exactly how I'm speaking, just more eloquently. I use a bit bigger words.
By the way, us doing the podcast, no, I can promise you guys, this is how we are. Like genuine. This is how we are. Maybe our conversations are a little bit more delusional and it's less filtering, obviously, because you on a platform
that children watch. So
and other people can hear what we're talking about, our bosses and people in our lives, yeah. Certain things that you don't want other people to hear.
100%.
So those are the differences.
I think though, for your confidence, to build your confidence, or to start to build your confidence, you need to develop a strong internal locus of control.
Ooh,
so
I love that.
Everything external shouldn't be able to affect you, or not shouldn't. You should be able to compartmentalize that.
Yes.
So your internal locus will say, look, that happened, no? But it's not gonna, it can't phase you because you know what the core is.
Yes.
Simple as that.
And you speaking about a strong internal locus of control. When you are self-confident and you feel this kind of feeling that we're speaking about now, don't you feel like you're able to see the cracks in the world easier? Like you're able to see somebody else's insecurities. You're able to see it's like, say you have been through a lot and you've overcome a lot of stuff.
You can see the traits.
You can see it in way easily.
Call it symptoms now.
Symptoms.
You can see that shying away and that not talking, not mumbling when they speak.
Yes.
You can see that. That is all traits of low confidence. So, if you can bring that up
in an external locus of control,
100%.
you I like to say, I'm not sure if I came up with this, but I say it all the time. I probably heard it somewhere. I might have. You are the flag that's blowing, not the pole in the ground. So the goal is to become the pole in the ground, that no matter who says what. So someone made a comment on one of our videos now the other day.
I love that.
I'm not going to say what it is, so go to TikTok. I can't remember which video it is. It's like the one comment that we have there. And that guy made a crazy comment, and I told Laurent, I was like, but that is us.
100%.
That is us.
100%.
That is us. That's why I say it's like a good delusion.
It's a delusion based in reality. Because we know, look, whatever we thinking,
Take me through a wormhole.
we can do it. We can. We just don't have the resources yet. Like we said the other day.
Yes.
If I had the resources, I would be Batman. 100%.
And look here, it's better to be prepared and have no opportunity than to have an opportunity
And not know what to do
and
with
not be prepared.
Oh, that's
Take that for you. Take it home.
Write it down.
Take it and go.
For anything else, contact this man. Contact Coach Life Coaching.
Every week I plug myself.
Must be, my brother.
And then also, what do you think people can use like to not shy away, to move away or to avoid low self-esteem going into maybe an interview or something? I just want to use that because that's something practical.
Yes, that's what I would say. If you're going in the context of going into a job interview or to an interview to a college or university or something like that, always prepare. Have have ChatGPT give you a list of 10 questions that they might possibly ask, and then you practice that in front of somebody. So with your family members, you have them ask you the questions, and you refine your answers. You do that 2, 3, 4 times, and I promise you, on the 5th time, you will know it out of your head.
And you're walking there like a star.
You will walking there like a star, and whatever they throw at you, you'll be able to adapt because you have the knowledge already. You just need to have one keyword that's going to trigger it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So basically, preparation equals confidence.
100%. I would say that. Also, what another thing that I would say is that's not to do with this. It's just in general. When you do get setbacks, reframe them as opportunities to grow.
Yes.
So if you get pushed back, say, okay, take a step back. Refer to yourself in the third person. To have an outside look and say, look, what can Laurent do in this situation? How can he change it? And I promise you, your mindset will switch because you're speaking as if it's another person. So if you can, because I've learned this, and I'm sure you have, you can so easily give people advice. But you can't take your own advice.
It's difficult to take your own advice.
100%.
And to add on to what Lorenzo said, no, I think to add on to that is extreme accountability. Extreme accountability, not what can the world do for me and how can the world make my life better.
How can you do it?
And what can I do for the world to make the world better?
And then if you don't do it, what's the consequence?
What's the consequences thereof? Yeah, I like to say, also I've heard this somewhere, but be the light in the world that you want to see. So
That's
everything
from
is...
a movie?
On what movie is it?
I don't know, but it's an action movie. Something.
You can complain all day, every day about certain things happening in your life and in the world, and oh, the world is this bad, and I don't have this resources, and I don't have this, and I don't have that. You can complain all day, every day, but until you take extreme accountability and make a move and make the change, nothing is going to change.
100%.
Jamaron, nothing changes if nothing changes.
100%.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. That is the God's honest truth. And the way we've approached this podcast and the way we've approached things differently since we've went on this personal development journey.
100%. Yeah.
We've both grown so much.
I would say substantially, man.
Substantially, I mean we're at the point now in our lives, I would say, I think I can speak for you also, where say whatever you want to. I'm so undeterred. Like I keep it moving. I execute. You can dislike me, you can wish death upon me. You can't stop the hand of God.
I wish nothing but happiness.
You can't stop the hand of God.
You know what the word is? The word I think you're trying to is predestinated. You are predestinated. It's already put out there into the world that we have to succeed. Our mind, our realities must just catch up to our mindset.
That's the delusion.
That's the delusion.
We need
I know what I'm gonna be. I know I'm gonna change the face of at least Cape Town.
Yes.
If I'm lucky, I can get to change South Africa and broader. But my main focus just to change Cape Town. On a small scale, move it bigger and bigger and bigger.
You change the world one mind at a time.
One mind, and I've changed quite a few minds so far. So
I would say another here's a tip or a quick tip or whatever you want to call it is create a little project for yourself. Find something for you to do. Like always have something to level your life up, level your mind up, level your body up, level your emotions up, or something. But find yourself a little project. Excuse me. Find yourself a little book that you can read. Find, even if it's a gardening project and you maybe smoke that good. Make yourself a little garden or whatever it is. Find yourself a project. Focus on that, and while doing that, you will be amazed how much confidence you have and how much confidence you cultivate, especially when walking into a room. You have something to speak about because that you do something extra and external.
On that point, just to piggyback on that, I will say what you trying to refer to is get the small victories.
Small victories.
Build your every small victory. You take all those small little pieces of bubblegum that you've won, and you will have one big ass giant ball. At some point, it will start spiraling, and you will get that momentum, and then you can't stop. Like, look at us now. Even if we tried, I I don't think I can stop learning or stop learning something or stop doing anything.
For me, it's not normal. Like it's normal to want to for the next project or for something else.
If I have a day off or something, then I go crazy. I can't. I sit for an hour on TikTok, maybe hour and a half, and then I get antsy. I start getting flashes, and okay, just do a course. Even if it's just an hour course, a 2 hour course,
whatever it is, just keep the mind sharp.
100%, my brother.
So yeah. The next thing I wanna touch on, and you don't need to speak about this if you don't want to. We don't need to go so deep into it. But we've both kind of came out of big relationships, and how would you say somebody can cultivate confidence? Because self-confidence coming out of a big crushing relationship can
a soul crushing one.
It's very difficult to pick yourself up again and to keep on going and to find yourself kind of again.
Especially if you don't have the support system at that time.
Can I just stop you quickly? The funny thing is, the support system has never left. It's you, because you are not on the same frequency.
Lack of confidence. You're scared to bring it up to the people.
And to ask for help.
That was my problem. It took me quite some time after my relationship ended to actually build up that aura, that confidence to say, yeah, I don't care. And I will say, I attribute it to my partner. I won't say her name now, but she knows who she is. If I can deal with that craziness and crazy, beautiful, whole bunch of energy all in one, I can deal with anything. I can promise you that's where my confidence comes from.
That's beautiful.
She's crazy, but she's crazy. She's crazy in a good way. Yeah, but yeah, you're 100% right, man.
Just a little deeper into what happened to me. I don't need to share it, but I'll share it in any case, because it's in the past. Yeah. So what happened to me was, if I say what happened to me, I sound like I'm a victim. Yeah. So what happened at the time in my life was, I got so depressed that I ended up in a hospital. Contemplating all the things that you can do to yourself.
Yeah. I've been there.
Ended up in a hospital, and that's kind of something that brought me closer to finding myself. Because if it didn't go to that extreme where like you at the rock bottom, I mean, we all know that it's not normal to think about killing yourself.
100%.
So now you're thinking this kind of stuff, and you know that it's not normal. So now you're at this point and you're thinking like I don't belong here. I'm surrounded by schizophrenic people. A girl that went through
who have actual mental illness.
They're here for legit reasons, and my people don't even know that I'm here. I'm at hospital, and it's terrible. You're sitting there and you're forced to eat the food that they give you. You're forced to stand up a certain time to go and shower, and you under suicide watch, and it's crazy. And I used to smoke back then, so I go in. You can't just go and go smoke a cigarette. They tell you when you can go smoke. You're not even allowed to have a lighter on you.
Yeah,
So they
because
tell
you
us
can-
come outside.
Oh,
We go outside and I see someone from primary school sitting in the waiting room. Oh my God, and I've got on this brown clothing that makes everybody know that I'm a crazy man, bro. That I'm a mental patient. And I go outside and I'm like ducking there, ducking my way out and smoking the cigarette and ducking my way back in. Nonetheless, all that said and done, I'm here. I'm doing better than ever, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally in a great space and very connected to life right now.
Look, it was the same for me. I'm not gonna lie, it was the same for me. I didn't go into hospital, but like you said, that conversations you have in your head
Yes.
when you're laying alone in your bed,
alone.
when you're alone,
That's when it gets.
when all your personalities is starting to talk all at the same time, that is the detrimental. But what I have learned is how to isolate them out and how to reverse the how do I say the effects. So if something in my head say, hey, you can't do this,
Yes.
then I'm gonna go try it. I'm gonna go see, look, can I do it? And if I can do it, that voice goes away immediately. Simple as that. And that's why I'm now in skills development. That's why I'm going out there and building my network, because I was in my mind somehow. I was my lack of confidence told me, nah, don't do it. Don't do this.
You are the person that you're teaching now, basically.
Yeah, 100%, man. And it works for me. But and I will say, shout out to Trippy and Robin during the when I was almost at rock bottom. That means I was there. They gave me some advice. They helped me navigate the emotions and the mental aspects of it. And when I hit rock bottom, I had some rope to climb on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Very, very important.
Very
Very important
important
to have someone and people
have-
around you.
yes.
And you know what? Now I'm gonna say this to people and to ourselves as well. Is be that for other people. Be that rock for other people. Even if they try to push you away. Because I remember being there and saying I don't want to help and I don't want to speak, but deep down you actually want somebody to assist you.
lack of confidence. You
want someone to assist
were so unsure of yourself that you don't want to bring anybody else into your
Self-esteem is in the gutter. Self-esteem
my
is in the
brother.
gutter.
Who you talking to?
Yeah, self-esteem is it's a terrible place to be for all of you guys that has been in that space already, which I think is
It's almost everybody. Must be everybody, man. Come now, you can't. It's a human trait.
and then I will say this also. Comparison, just to jump to something else, comparison is a confidence killer.
Don't do it.
Comparison is a confidence killer. Everybody grows and moves through life at their own pace. What's his name? Gary V is a big advocate for this, that no matter how old you are and no matter what place you are in your life, that you can level up.
Yeah.
You can level up and you can do better and do certain things. Like, it doesn't matter if that person was successful at 22 years old. Obviously, he had the opportunities and he had the resources to do it.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that if you 40, 50 years old or you are this 30 years old or whatever,
You can't do it.
that you can't do
It's
it.
too late.
But just comparison is a confidence
I've always
killer.
heard that. Also, another thing that I've been doing is planning a scenario.
Yes.
So if there's a situation, you list out the best case scenario, the worst case scenario,
Yes.
and the most likely scenario, because your mind goes to crazy places. So you need to find that balance in between. Like if something is, something is coming. You know your boss said, hey, I want to come talk to you. You'll be in my office tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
It's either getting fired, getting a promotion, or you just want to say, yeah, okay, maybe you need to improve on this, or you're doing a good job or something like that. Simple as that. Your mind is your biggest, how do I say, it gives you vivid images of the worst possible thing.
worst case scenario.
Of the worst case scenario. It amplifies that.
I agree with it.
100%, my brother. Yeah?
Funny story. Funny confidence story. So one day I come to Laurent's house. Laurent is having a party. And I don't know if you remember this. So I get here. So back in the day when I was about standard 5 or so, I was just busy getting chubby. So when I got to standard 6 or standard 7, I had a little bit of weight on me. Not like extremely big, but I was a bit chubby. So I come to Laurent's house. Laurent's having a party here and so forth. And me thinking that I'm the coolest bra ever. I have on, my mom and my dad bought me this orange bad boy sweater. I don't think he remembers the story, judging by the face. So I have on this orange bad boy sweater and this orange shorts, right? And I'm me thinking that I'm the coolest guy ever because I'm like, it's bad boy.
Yeah. Come now.
It's bad boy. And back in the day, bad boy was the thing. So I come into the party and this one bra says to me, "Kyk hier, die bra lyk soos ouros." Yeah, bra. Talk about the confidence killer. Coming into a party, bra. Ouros. Yo, that was terrible. Nonetheless, it was a great night. I overcame it because I was like, because even back then at that time, we were like, we didn't really care.
Because we had our group.
We were the gatmakers. We were the people that was making fun of everybody and everything.
Speaking on that, now, so thinking back to a story also now. Also when I was in my younger years.
Yeah.
This was when we still lived in Strandfontein. So this was the standard 5.
Yes.
Standard 5, no? Keep this in mind. This is prom year, whatnots.
Yes.
My mother, God bless her, she considers herself, not considers, she thinks she knows what the young people like.
Okay.
And this was,
as all mothers.
This was in the early 2000s.
God, all mothers do. Yeah.
I promise you, it was one of my friends' 16th birthday parties or something like that. And this lady got me, when I say, one of the worst shoes I've ever seen in my life. Now, mind you, I had a jeans on. I had like a sweater vest.
Okay, cool.
Sweater vest,
Yes.
with the jeans on.
Yes.
I'm not sure what it was, but I think it was a pair of Skechers.
Okay.
But not your normal tech. It was a Skechers that look like a buff. The old school buff.
With a fit so.
The big, so the big Skechers, no? That's not the best part. It was blue and grey with a little bit of white in.
Did it match with what you were wearing?
No, not at all. Because the patterns on there was all in them.
Shit.
That's not the worst part. The worst part is that there was like a shoe inside the shoe.
Yes.
It was a 2-in-1.
Yes.
So the shoe that came out looked like scuba shoes.
A shoe inside of a shoe.
A shoe inside of the shoe. When I say the shoe was big, I'm not talking about normal size shoe big. It looked like this. It was the size, the width of a brick.
I believe you because if there's a shoe inside of a shoe.
A shoe inside a shoe. You know, my daddy was making fun of me. Look like a pair of scuba shoes.
Yes.
But that was the comfortable part. You can't wear the buffs without it. It looks.
Oh yeah, because then it would be too much space in there.
Stupid, my brother. And you know what the issue I had was? No? That was when skid grips was in.
Always.
Skid grips and Jack Purcells was in. It was that in thing.
That's it remind me, brah.
She walked past all the skid grips, all the chucks.
To take you that Skechers.
To take me that, my brother. I'm sitting there. My cousins was watching me when they crying because everywhere they got the coaters, got the Purcells, they Nikes and whatnot.
Yes.
I'm the only one. Come Christmas, I'm the only one with a pair of Skechers. Not even a
double shoe Skechers.
And then my cousin came, Jamel. He came with actual buffs.
Oh.
He came with an actual pair of buffs.
So he's like, nah, that's not here and
yo. You know how big my family is.
Yes.
It
was a roast.
It was a roast
session.
central. And luckily for me, I got the opportunity. Some of the next week, we went to the beach.
Yes.
But we just the guys on the road went to the beach.
So you had scuba shoes?
No, my scuba shoes. Because the scuba shoes was comfortable. It was soft and it was padded. I forgot my shoes on the beach, and I just came home with the scuba shoes. I left them, forgot it on the beach.
Yes.
Klaar. And then I managed to get the pair of the coaters out of it.
There's a tip for the young license.
Forget your shoes at the beach. It works, my guy.
But I was already made fun of for my Adidas fees trip. Yep, Adidas fees trip.
I remember.
Adidas fees trip.
I remember that.
But that is what it is. We are now. We can buy our own clothes now and our own shoes.
Yo, it's been a minute now.
and we still there is like this. We still there is terrible. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then look, I just want to say this. I want you to remember something. I want you to remember or for everybody, I want you to remember that whenever there's change in your life, whenever you're trying to do something major, even mine as well, but let's say something major, the bigger the change is that you're trying to make, the more pushback you're going to get from life.
100%.
The more pushback, the more pain there's going to be. So, like I said, whatever you're trying to do, the steeper the hill is to climb, the more pushback there's going to be. And you are going to feel like you want to quit. And I know I've said this quite a few times already. You are going to want to quit, but you are not going to quit. You are going to go, and you're going to go, and you're going to go, and life is going to knock you down, and you're going to get up. Life is going to knock you down, you're going to get up again. If it's something that you really want, and it's change that you really want, whether it's for you or for your family, you need to be prepared for the pain. The value of despair,
100%.
the value of despair, you need to prepare yourself for it, and you need to push and grind as hard as you can. Right?
And on that also, I will say sometimes, not in all cases, sometimes, the people closest to you will push the hardest. They will push back the hardest against change.
Funny enough.
Yeah, 100. That is it.
Because they want the Laurent that they know.
That they know that they can control, that they can manipulate, that they can, you know what I mean, that they can do, that it can serve their purposes in a way, you know what I mean? That's just my 2 cents on that now, yeah. But are we? And also I have one last thing that I hope this is going to help you guys, that confidence is not about eliminating uncertainty. It's about mastering your response to it. Yes. So no matter what happens, you're able to hold your head up high and just say, okay, that happened, we keep it moving, and we embrace it. We take that lesson, put it in our bag, and we might need it at some point. Yes. And we can just whip it out, because we've been through the experience.
Yes. That was a beautiful way to end it. I think this podcast was very fruitful. Also because of our evolution, I think we're also very confident right now. We're feeling comfortable.
Growing. So we can only get better. Consider the first episode.
But the first episode wasn't that bad also. But nonetheless, the evolution is here. Now imagine with the goal that we set. The goal we set was to release a podcast every week until next year, January.
So that will be 52 podcasts, 52 episodes. You better be watching all of it.
Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. If there's maybe anything specific or special that you want to speak about, or seeing that we're gonna have guests on the show. Okay, no, let me not ask people to put themselves out there for guests. If there's anything specific you want want us to speak about,
100%.
Don't be afraid to jump into the comments, or you think there's something that we got wrong or something that you agree with, jump into the comments.
We are open to change.
Yes. The like button is the best way that you can show us your support.
Amen.
And send us a WhatsApp message if you have my number.
You know who we are. This has been, guys, Put It By The Wall, the podcast where we talk about
stuff.
Exactly.
Here we go.